are here because the outside world rejects you.
Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another Turtle Updates video where we take a look at some of the latest Ninja Turtles news stories that have come out in the past few weeks and put it all together into one big video. Today we got a lot of collectibles news, but there's some other stuff as well. We'll go ahead and break it all down for you guys. That way you guys know what's going on in the world of the TMNT. So go ahead, grab a slice of pizza, and let's dive into the sewers. Alright, first up we got some new figures that dropped a few days ago. Super 7 is back with more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimates based on the 2003 series. If you remember, they did the Turtles not that long ago, and now they're back with a whole new wave. Let's take a look at who's in this new wave. We can see that we have Shredder, Splinter, Casey Jones, and a Foot Ninja. These are their 7-inch figures. Each one comes with a swappable head and hands, plus accessories. Now, it looks like if you grab the whole set here directly from Super 7, so all 4 figures together in this bundle here, you get an exclusive super pack with extra stuff, like an extra yelling Chirel head and a glow-in-the-dark Sword of Tengu. You can see it right there in the middle. Anyways, you can see that pre-orders on these ones are now live and close out Friday, March 28th. And it also looks like shipping for these will start around December 2025. Anyways, these look sick. Not much else to say on them. Let me know if you're snagging any of these, but we're going to move on to the next story. There is a lot to cover today. Okay, next up, we got some big ones from last weekend's New York Toy Fair. NECA dropped a ton of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures reveals, and the pictures of these started to surface online. We're looking at these over here on the toyarc.com, and we're going to just kind of go through them quick because there's so many of them. First up, you can see that we're going to be getting these Stan Sakai-style Ninja Turtles, like from those classic crossovers with Usagi, and they look just how they do in those comics. Pretty cool that these versions of the Turtles are getting their own figures now. Then we have this one here of April as the 5th Ninja Turtle, and this is from the Archie comics Ninja Turtles. There was a short storyline in those comics where April got temporarily transformed into a Ninja Turtle. So yeah, it's pretty cool to see her get her action figure all these years later. Then we see that they revealed more of their 2012 TMNT line. We had seen a couple of the Turtles before, but now we got to look at all 4 Turtles, and now we also have a look at the Shredder and some of the Foot Soldiers as well. Next, we see that they revealed some 1990 TMNT movie What If figures. If you remember a while back, they did one of April, like what if 1990 April wore the yellow April jumpsuit. And now we're getting a what if Bebop and Rocksteady were in the 1990 movie figures. And you can see them right there. This is the closest we'll ever get at seeing what these characters would have looked like in that universe. Then we see the Universal Monsters Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line is also back with some new figures. We can see Shredder as Dracula there. I know a lot of fans had been predicting that that was going to be the character that Shredder was going to get, and there you go. You can see Shredder there as Dracula. We also see in this line that there's this Krang monster mashup, as well as this 2-headed turtle with one of the heads being Donatello and the other head being Michelangelo. Next, we can see we also saw some new figures for the last Ronin line. Now, I'm not sure if we saw these before, but we can go ahead and talk about them. You could see the new turtles there, Mona, Yi, Odin, and Uno in their grown-up forms, and you can also see that there is a new Casey Marie Jones figure in her sensei outfit. And this one comes with 2 of the new turtles, Odin and Uno, but when they were babies. One more of the last Ronin reveals here is this one here of the Wanderer last Ronin figure. This is kind of when he goes off on his journey into the mountains. He's kind of wearing this outfit here. I'd never seen that one before. Now, after that, we have some Mirage Comics figures. We got this Fugitoid translucent figure, which appears to glow in the dark. And you can also see the Mirage Comics Gangster Turtles. And that has all 4 TMNT in those gangster style outfits, like how we saw in issue 14 of the original comics. And finally here, there's this Robot, Toka, and Razar figures. And this is done in like the 1987 cartoon style. I'm not sure if these are what if figures. I know Bebop and Rocksteady had their robot versions, but I'm not sure if these 2 did. I think they just kind of did these 2 because they usually remind a lot of people of Bebop and Rocksteady. Anyways, that's a lot to take in. There were so many new figures that were revealed over there at the Toy Fair. Let me know if I missed any. But yeah, that does it for this one. Let's move on to the next story. Okay, next up, we're jumping over into some comic book news. The first story arc for the IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics relaunch appears to be now available for pre-order over here on Amazon. You can see that it's titled Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Return to New York, and it collects issues 1 through 6 of the new relaunched IDW comic series. Plus, it includes the prelude story called Long Way From Home, which came out right before the relaunch began and kind of led into the relaunch. Now, if you've been following along, this is the arc where the Turtles have been separated and are finally coming back together in New York. We've talked about this one on our podcast. I'll leave a pinned comment to our podcast here on this video if you want to check that out after this video. Anyways, it looks like you can grab this first arc in either paperback or hardcover. Looks like the hardcover comes with some bonus material. You can see that it says it comes with series outlines, process pages, and inked pages, which is pretty cool for like collectors. You can see it also says the hardcover is 200 pages while the paperback is 176 pages. Kind of gives you an idea of how much bonus material is in the hardcover. Anyways, this is a good jumping on point for new fans if you want to get into the Turtles comics. This is a good time. You can see there that it says release date June 24th, so later this summer. But that's pretty much it on this one. Let me know what you think and if you're going to be picking this one up. Okay, next up we got a cool reveal from Ghost Keyboards. You can see that they dropped a TMNT Leonardo limited edition gaming chair, which is part of their Sentinel series. You can see that the chair is designed with Leonardo's colors. I wonder if we'll end up getting the other turtles at some point. Would be cool for everyone to be able to get their favorite turtle. Anyways, let's break down some of the details. You can see that the front of the chair kind of looks like Leo's torso with the belt. And then you have the pillow there that looks like his eye mask. And this is a magnetic pillow, by the way. So it looks like it just kind of sticks there. And then if we look at the back of the chair, it looks like his shell. And you can see his two swords there with the Turtles logo at the bottom. You can see that it is currently available now on the Ghost Keyboards website. And yeah, not much else on this one. This does follow their recent keyboard and mouse reveal that they did a couple months back. But other than that, pretty straightforward. Thought you guys would want to know about it. Let me know what you think. Okay, next up we got a statue reveal, this time from Premium Collectible Studio, so Collect PCS, and they just showed off their Casey Jones 1/3 scale statue, and this is part of their TMNT Legends statue collection. You can see that it says that it was inspired by Casey's many iconic looks over the past 35 years. Let's go ahead and break it down a little bit. It says this statue is 25.5 inches tall, so a little over 2 feet, so a good size statue, 17 inches wide, and it's showing Casey standing over a defeated robot Foot Clan soldier that makes up the base there. You can see the foot soldier's purple uniform and metallic exoskeleton there underneath, which looks pretty cool, kind of like the old 80s show, but like in a dark and gritty way. You can see that Casey is rocking his classic golf bag stuffed with a bunch of sports equipment. And then you can see that there is a deluxe edition of this statue, which is pretty much the same statue, but it comes with a swap out right arm holding a cricket bat. And the deluxe also includes a swappable head for more display options. You can see that it's now up on the Collect PCS website, so if you want to check it out, you can go see it there. You can see it says set to ship out Q4 of 2025, so the end of the year. But that's it for this one. Let's move on to the next one. All right, next we got a reveal from Mezco Toys. They recently showed off their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder 1/12 figure back in February. You can see that these pictures are coming over here from the Mezco Instagram page. So let's go ahead and take a look. You can tell it's kind of an original design, but I feel like it leans more heavily on the classic comics. Also a little bit of the 90s movie with like the burgundy and black outfit. This does appear to be a part of their 1/12 line, so I do believe it comes with these turtles that came out a while back. I wonder if we'll see a Splinter down the road sometime. That would be pretty awesome to see the whole crew. Anyways, not much else on this one yet other than the reveal. Thought you guys would want to know about it. Let's keep moving. So moving on to another reveal, McFarlane Toys just announced that they're going to be doing their new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 5-inch figure line based on the IDW Comics Ninja Turtles. And this was announced at IGN Fan Fest. There's one picture from the reveal. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. You can see it's a 3D render of what the Leonardo figure is going to look like. You can see it comes with 2 katanas, sheaths for the katanas, swap out hands and heads. Now, during an interview at IGN Fan Fest, Brian Walters, the director of brand creative at McFarlane Toys, shared some details. He said that every figure in the line is going to come with an IDW TMNT comic. Also that they're going to be ultra articulated, although you can't really tell that from the render, but I imagine it'll be more noticeable in the final product. Also, one last thing that he mentioned is that there will be more characters on the way, including villains. So yeah, we'll be curious to see McFarlane's take on the IDW Turtles. This is the second time I believe the IDW figures have been done. First time for this company, but the Loyal Subjects, which is a different action figure company, had done some figures based off of the IDW Turtles. So we'll be cool to see how these stack up against those. Anyways, you can see that the collection is set to launch in fall of 2025, so later this year, and will be available online and through select retailers. Other than that, not much else on this one, but thought you guys would want to know about it. Next, we're looking at some comic book news again. And here we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Mirage Years 1993 to 1995 hardcover, which is now available. You can see that this is a collection of volume 2 of the original Mirage comics. So the 13 issues where they switched to color after being black and white in volume 1 of the original comics. But yeah, this is pretty cool because they were out of print for a long time. You can see that this is being published by IDW Publishing. So yeah, you can already pick this up if you're interested in this. And this picks up right after the events of City at War in the original comics. This starts off with the Turtles facing Stockman, and it branches off into some other stuff. Anyways, I wonder if this could lead to more Mirage era reprints down the line, especially collected like this. Would be cool to get volume 4 all together, or maybe like in sections. Would also be cool to see volume 4 in color, since I believe they were only printed in black and white. That would be awesome. Anyways, that's it for this one. Drop your thoughts down below. All right, so here's another one we haven't talked about yet. You can see that Mondo revealed a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Baxter Stockman soft vinyl figure back in January, and we just never got around to covering it, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. This figure shows Baxter in his classic fly form, and it sort of looks like he's in mid-transformation if you look at the hands. You can see he's got like translucent posable wings, mutant arms sticking out of his lab coat, and it looks inspired from the original TMNT show. Looks like it comes with an anti-turtle swatter and a Mutazoo ray gun. I wonder if they'll continue to do even more villains on this line now that we've already gotten the Turtles, Ray Fillet, Mondo, and here Baxter. Would be cool if they continue to add to the collection. Anyways, it's available for pre-order right now on Mondo's shop, and you can see that it says expected ship date July 2025, so later this year. All right, on to the next one. Next, we're checking out some figures from JoyToy. They revealed new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures for their existing line. This batch includes 3 Triceratons and Casey Jones. You can see that the Triceratons have their classic dinosaur warrior look with armor and weapons. Casey looks great as well. All these are original designs. These appear to be 5-inch action figures with articulated joints. And yeah, I think they go with like these turtles here and April and Splinter, the ones that they revealed a while back. I wonder if they'll continue with this line as well. Would be cool to see Shredder in this line. Anyways, here's the tricky part about these, which was the case with the previous figures that were revealed as well. These aren't available for purchase in the US, so I've seen some people have some luck with like third-party sellers like eBay. But yeah, either way, I thought you guys would at least want to see the designs. They look great. It's unfortunate they're not available in the States. You can see currently on the JoyToy site, they are available for pre-order and they're expected to ship around May 2025. So maybe after that, we'll see them start popping up on like eBay and stuff. But as for now, that's pretty much it on this one. Let's keep going. All right, this next one's super quick, and you can see it's coming over here from Tubbz, who recently revealed their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Bebop and Rocksteady, Tubbz Ducks. You can see it's like rubber duck collectibles, but one is themed like Bebop and the other one is themed like Rocksteady. They did the Turtles and Splinter before, and I believe Shredder as well. It just seems like they're expanding the line here. Looks like they're currently available on the Tubbz website, so if you're interested in that, go check it out. Let's go ahead and move on. Here's a quick one from Puma that we haven't covered yet. They teamed up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and LaMelo Ball for a sneaker and apparel collection that dropped back in February. You can see there's different sneakers. One that's a Baxter Stockman themed shoe with like iridescent colors. Then you have 2 different pairs of Turtles ones. One pair has Raphael and Donatello. The other pair has Leonardo and Michelangelo. Then you have this hot pink Krang themed sneaker and then a Shredder one as well, which was super limited. I think they only had like 400 pairs. But yeah, that's it for this one. Let's keep rolling. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what Ninja Turtles comics are going to be hitting the shelves here in the near future. This is something we started adding here at the end of these updates videos. That way you guys know what's coming down the pipe. Quick disclaimer, by the way, from what I've seen, release dates on these Turtles comics can shift around a little bit. Sometimes they get pushed back, sometimes they get moved forward. But yeah, as of now, these are the dates that it appears these titles are going to be released. First up, we have TMNT Mutant Nation issue number 5. That drops March 19th, 2025. So in about 2 weeks here. And this title is the one that fills the gaps between the previous IDW Ninja Turtles comic and the new Ninja Turtles IDW comic, the one that relaunched. Since they are the same continuity, this title here explains like the gap from when the last run ended and this new relaunch began. And it just gives extra context to what's currently going on in the main Ninja Turtles book. All right, next up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures issue 23, and this drops March 26th, 2025. And this is the book that's kind of loosely tied to the old 1987 Ninja Turtle show. It just offers like additional adventures with the classic Turtles. Then we got the TMNT Naruto issue number 3, which drops also on March 26th. And this is the crossover where the Turtles team up with Naruto's ninja crew. Then there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Nightwatcher issue number 7, which drops April 9th. And this follows IDW's version of the Nightwatcher character, which is Jenica's vigilante side in this continuity. So it's a little bit different than the 2007 movie's version of the character. This one also takes place in the main Ninja Turtles comics continuity, by the way. It's like a side story going on. And speaking of the main title, lastly we have here is the next issue for the main title, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Issue number 8 will be dropping April 16th. And I believe this one was pushed back a little bit from the previous date we had heard about this one. And yeah, this is the main ongoing IDW comic, the big one that we do the podcast on. But yeah, that does it for the upcoming comics. And that pretty much wraps up this updates video. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me today. Hopefully you got some cool TMNT picks to keep an eye on, from figures to comics and more. We'll be back soon with another round of updates, also some deep lore videos and the podcast as well. So stay tuned for all that. Also, don't forget to give us a follow on all our socials. But that does it for this one. Until next time, take care.
Come back here! I'm not finished with you!